And here it is. We go again. Roll up, ladies and gentlemen. One man went to more. Here it is. We go again. Here I am again, and I hope you're there with me. The session has commenced, and your company is required. That thing that goes on round about this time. Two installments today. So the first righteousness being fulfilled right now. So come gather, let's fulfill this righteousness together. As you're coming in, make sure you're clicking on the like button. And if you're not already subscribed, click on the subscription button as well. At your discretion, you can click on the hyperlink that says StreamYard if you want to come join me on this. If you want to come join me in the studio. One man went to mow. The eagle has landed.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. In your madika, yabika kokwa namno wow. Hey, anamekele maduche mefo. Mwanemo, it's an honor having you on board. When I'm singing along, holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. Sing along, holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior. When I sing along, holy, 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 is another Savior. Getting moving right and getting moving faster now. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, holy, getting moving right, moving faster, never freedom. Is another Savior. Never freedom. Holy, 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 Nandekano is another Savior.
Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku. Another Savior, holy, 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 Adimebujuku.
Well, this is Mobien. This is dedicated to the gallant heroes of the Nigerian Biafra War and IPO families all over the world. I remember the Nigerian Biafran War, in the thickness of the Biafra genocide. Hey, one man revived the vanishing hope to life. Let the great Biafran army to fight, and they were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. They were singing out, holy, 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 is another Savior. Holy, 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 is another Savior. Many years after the genocide, whoa, yet another great leader has risen up now. Oh, and he's leading the Biafrans to victory. Amadika, Yabika Kokwana no. Hey, Anamakele Mazuche Mefo.
And there it is right there, the Holy Holy song from the eastern part of Nigeria. Holy Holy, as guys, I bring you this. 2023, Atiku picks serving governor as running mate. So that word picks is in quotation marks, is in those air quotes. So that's to say that it's not been officially confirmed yet. But all indications are that somebody has been picked. 2023, Atiku picks serving governor as running mate. But who that person is, we'll find out shortly. Tinubu also seems to have landed on a name. 2023, what you need to know about Tinubu's speculated running mate, Kashim Shettima. So this is a guy that pushed hard the Tinubu narrative. There is no television studio, there's no radio station that this guy did not visit, just selling the candidature of his principal. And it looks as though that service gets its reward. 2023, what you need to know about Tinubu's speculated running mate, Kashim Shettima. So we find out just what is in play there. It looks as though those names somewhat categorical now. But from that to this, how hard the mighty have fallen. Yobe APC senatorial primary winner refuses to step down for Senate President Ahmed Lawan after he lost the presidential primary he contested in. So there it is right there. So this guy now come 2023, Ahmed Lawan that is, all indications are that he would not have any political relevance at all. And I hope this guy is not going to allow himself to be bought off. And I hope the rules does not allow this as well, because he did not contest for a senatorial ticket. So how quite his name will appear on the ticket to be submitted to INEC? INEC needs to interrogate that. But it's not over till it's over, and we know how money plays out within Nigerian space. Yobe APC senatorial primary winner refuses to step down for Senate President Ahmed Lawan after he lost presidential primary he contested in. So it looks as though the political relevance of Ahmed Lawan comes to an end in 8 months' time. Breakaway IPOB leader Simon Ekpa insists no election in Igbo land, accuses Peter Obi of killing Biafran agitators. So there it is right there. The fanged teeth from the east bites. Breakaway IPOB leader Simon Ekpa insists no election in Igbo land, accuses IPOB, not IPOB, accuses Peter Obi of killing Biafran agitators. So quite what nonsense is coming out from the crazed Finnish guy, I will find out shortly. And then we'll land on this. So this now is that SOKOTO incident that happened in that happened to DEBORAH. It looks as though they've now very quickly fast forwarded it and exported it to Lagos State now. SEX worker beaten and burnt in Lagos State for having Quran in her room. So the Fulanis now, they've got into the Lagos space and they've brought with them their ways. SEX worker beaten and burnt to death in Lagos State for having Quran in her room. So there it is right there. And that is how it goes within the Nigerian space. So that's the menu. So lean back, kick back, take it easy, relax into it. At the usual protocol, click on the like button as you're coming in. Click on the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And if you want to come join me on the screen, click on this hyperlink that says, let me just make sure it's the right one. Yes, click on this hyperlink that says StreamYard. So that's the three things that you two you must do, and one at your discretion. So the like button, you must click on that. And if you're not already subscribed, then click on subscribe as you're clicking on like as well. And if you want to come join me on the screen, the hyperlink to come join me is the one that says StreamYard. So as you set about those clickings, let me provide a little bit of musical entertainment. Your calabash to the ready door, some drinking involved. We join. the K guys.
Only water, where they see ma. Water, only water, where they see ma. Hapa o naido. Hapa o naido. Hapa you don't come o. Hapa o naido. Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùyé o. Ilé sọ́díyà kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Bobby master kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Chief Wailati kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùrè o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mùdé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mùdódò jàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ bọ́dì o. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹyẹ o ó dilé o. Olúyẹ̀lá ẹyẹ o ó dilé o. Petrosoname ẹyẹ o ó dilé o. Petrosodunke ẹyẹ rẹ̀ ó dilé o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀run mú ìní o. Àkùkọ ọ̀run mẹ́kọ. Ikú kò ní ríwà gbéṣe o.
And there it is right there. Iku Koniriu Agbeshe, a potent prayer by the K guys. Iku Koniriu Agbeshe as guys, I bring you this. 2023, Atiku picks serving governor as running mate. So the picks is in quotation marks, which is to suggest that it's not been officially confirmed yet. But as good as confirmed without actually it being confirmed. As 2023 general election draws near, the camp of the presidential candidate of Nigeria's main opposition party, the People's Democratic Party PDP, Atiku Abubakar, has narrowed down on one person for consideration as running mate, correspondents can report. According to sources, Atiku's backer are concluding talks on Delta State Governor Ifeanyi Okowa for the position of vice president. Barring any last-minute change, Okowa will be unveiled as the running mate of the frontline contender for the 2023 presidency. Correspondents learned that Atiku is more comfortable with the Delta State governor, considering the role he played during the party's presidential primary 2 weeks ago. Meanwhile, the report of a PDP committee comprising governors, members of the National Working Committee (NWC) and the Board of Trustees (BOT), constituted to search for a suitable running mate, is expected to be ready today, Tuesday. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has fixed June the 17th as the deadline for the submission of candidates for the presidential position. So it looks as though Ifeanyi Okowa is the name that Nigerians will be conjuring with for the next 4 to 8 years if Atiku has his way. So it looks as though, because there's some certainty in that without actually officially being confirmed, and the speculation had already put that guy in the front lead. So it looks as though now that lead has coasted home to secure him that ticket. So Ifeanyi Okowa, but what is his pedigree? So this now is a name that we're going to be digging into and unpicking in the days and weeks to come. 2023, what you need to know about Tinubu's speculated running mate, Kashim Shettima. There have been speculations in some quarters that the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, might settle for a former governor of Borno State, Kashim Shettima, as his running mate in the 2023 general election. Correspondents had earlier reported that the camp of the former governor of Lagos State has narrowed down on Shettima, who is from the northeast geopolitical zone. Correspondents gathered that, correspondents gathered that Shettima, who played a key role in the campaign of Tinubu, has been penned down by some stakeholders as the ruling party's vice presidential candidate. It is believed that Tinubu is pleased with the candidacy of Shettima because he has built bridges across all the divides in the country when he was governor and also when he went to the National Assembly as senator. Correspondents has deemed it fit to share some things about the speculated vice presidential candidate of the APC. So here are some facts about Shettima. Shettima was born on the 2nd of September 1966, which makes him 55 in Maiduguri, Borno State. The former governor attended La Misula Primary School in Maiduguri from 1972 to 1978. Shettima attended Government Community Secondary School, Biu, from 1978 to 1980 and was transferred to Government Science Secondary School, Potiskum, where he completed his secondary education in 1983. He studied at the University of Maiduguri and earned a BSc in Agricultural Economics in 1989. He obtained a master's degree in Agricultural Economics in 1991 at the University of Ibadan. Number 6, he won the governorship election in 2011 under the platform of the now defunct All Nigeria People's Party, ANPP, and was inaugurated on May the 29th, 2011. Number 7, the former governor was re-elected in 2015 under the All Progressive Congress APC. Shettima emerged as chairman of the Northern State Governors Forum. Number 9, he became the winner of the Borno Central Senatorial District election in February 2019. Number 10, Shettima is believed to be a supporter of President Muhammad Buhari's programs and policies whilst he was governor of Borno State. So those are just 10 facts about Shettima, who has a 50-50 chance of being your next vice president. So you're either looking at Okowa or Shettima is the devil and the deep blue sea. So from that to this, the angel falls, or is it the devil that falls? Yobe APC senatorial primary winner refuses to step down for Senate President Ahmed Lawan after he lost the presidential primary he contested in. Bashir Sharif Martina, candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC for Yobe North Senatorial District. Let's do that again. Bashir Sharif Martina, candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC for Yobe North Senatorial District, has refused to step down for Senate President Ahmed Lawan. Speaking with correspondent, Machina said he contested the party's senatorial ticket and the delegates overwhelmingly voted for him. The publication reported that since Lawan lost out in the ruling party's presidential primary, he has been making moves to reclaim the Yobe North ticket. Martina has, however, vowed never to relinquish the ticket to Lawan, who has been representing the senatorial district since 2007, when he crossed over from the House of Representatives to the Red Chambers. He said, "As far as I am concerned, I contested for the Yobe North senatorial ticket and I won the election. I was confirmed elected because there were other contestants, but I was the one that was qualified. I happened to be unopposed. I am still the candidate. I have not withdrawn. and I will not withdraw for anybody. I am being approached by some persons, but I will not withdraw, inshallah. A party member loyal to Machina, Hussein Mohammed Issa, also told correspondents that a lot of pressure was mounted on the candidate to hand over the APC senatorial ticket to Lawan. The move was, however, faulted by some leaders who stated that Machina labored for the ticket. Lawan supporters, on their part, have said that they want him to continue representing the senatorial districts in the red chambers. So I hope this character, I hope he holds firm onto his ticket so that we can just end the political career of Lawan once and for all. Completely useless as the Senate president, a treacherous human being, Tinubu actually secured him that Senate presidency slot. And of course, it was one of the many knives that went into the back of that man. So there it is right there. Nemesis catches up. Karma is a B-I-T-C-H. Karma is a B-I-T-C-H as we go on to the next. Breakaway IPOB leader Simon Ekpa insists no election in Igbo land, accuses Peter Obi of killing Biafran agitators. Former Radio Biafra Director General and leader of a breakaway IPOB group, IPOB Autopilot, Simon Ekpa, has insisted there will be no election in the southeast region of the country in 2023 without the country conducting a referendum. The self-proclaimed disciple of the leader of the Biafran separatist group, Nnamdi Kanu, also accused former governor of Anambra State and presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, of killing Biafran agitators and dumping their body in a river. In a series of tweets on Monday night, the Finland-based Ekpa said he will personally mobilize his men to stop any attempt by the Nigerian government to hold any election in any part of the southeast region. The freedom of Biafra will no longer be negotiated. It is too late. Let me take that again. Let me take that actually in its entirety again. Former Radio Biafra Director General and leader of a breakaway IPOB group, IPOB Autopilot, Simon Ekpa, has insisted there will be no election in the southeast region of the country in 2023 without the country conducting a referendum. The self-proclaimed disciple of the leader of the Biafran separatist group, Nnamdi Kanu, also insisted former governor of Anambra State and presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, also accused former governor of Anambra State and presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, of killing Biafran agitators and dumping their bodies in a river. In a series of tweets on Monday night, the Finland-based Ekpa said he will personally mobilize his men to stop any attempts by the Nigerian government to hold an election in any part of the southeast region. The freedom of Biafra will no longer be negotiated. It is too late. Mark my words, in due time, you all will join to call for no election. We are not against those collecting PVC. Collect your PVC, but no, there will be no election in Igbo land in 2023. So that's a contradiction in terms then. So if you are insisting that there will be no election in Igbo land, but you are encouraging people to collect their PVC, then and you are saying that in the same breath, by the way, the freedom of Biafra will no longer be negotiated. It is too late. Mark my words. In due time, you all will join to call for no election. So no election. So that is the first half of that statement. And without breaking breath, he goes on to say, we are not against those collecting PVCs. So how can you insist that there will be no election, but encourage people to collect their PVC? So collect your PVC, but know that there will be no election in Igbo land in 2023. We will ensure that Peter Obi should tell Biafrans what he knows about the killings of Biafrans and dumping their bodies in a river. Biafrans are intact and are not moved. The first mega rallies of any political party in Biafra land will tell you whether Biafrans want election or exit. So there it is right there. So those are mixed words, and you want to unpick them as you will. So this one now, we have to be a bit delicate with the wording, but really it goes back to that SOKOTO Deborah something. Deborah or Deborah, however you're choosing to pronounce it. So it goes to that Sokoto State Deborah incident. SEX worker beaten and burnt to death in Lagos State for having Quran in her room. 3 suspects have landed in police net and have been charged to court for allegedly let's do that again. 3 suspects have landed in police net and have been charged to court for allegedly beating a commercial sex worker and thereafter burning her to death. A source identified the suspects as Abubakar Musa, Saruata Mansour, and Surajo Yusuf. The SEX worker, identified as Anna Saliu, was reportedly beaten, stabbed, and burnt to death by one of her customers with the aid of his friends. The incident happened in Alaba, Rago area of Lagos State. It was gathered that one of the suspects had patronized Saliu and paid her 1,000 naira for her services, but almost immediately the customer left the room. The prostitute was reported to have raised an alarm that he stole her 5,000 naira. The accusation, however, degenerated into an argument which led the customer to mobilize his friends and demand a search in the prostitute's room for the missing money. It was whilst searching for the money that they discovered a Quran underneath her pillow. The discovery was said to have enraged the customer and his friends, who were of the opinion that a prostitute should not be in possession of a Quran. They thereafter pounced on her, beat her, and stabbed her before eventually dragging her out and setting her ablaze. What happened was that the girl was a prostitute and the customer patronized her, and after sleeping with her, the customer paid her 1,000 naira for her services. But when the customer was leaving, he stole the prostitute's 5,000 naira, and after discovering that her money had gone missing, the prostitute chased him to ask for her money. The northerners, who were the customer that the girl accused of stealing her money, asked if she was sure that he stole her money. So they decided to go and search her room where she attended to customers. Whilst searching the room, they found a Quran under her pillow and started asking what she was using the Quran for as a prostitute. So they started attacking her. They stabbed her, took her out, and set her ablaze. The incident happened at Alaba, Rago, where a lot of northerners reside. The girl that was killed also came from the north. Their grouse was that she was not supposed to be carrying Quran because of the kind of work she was doing. A source quoted by correspondents narrated. The Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer SP Benjamin Hudeyi also confirmed the incident, pointing out that it happened in April and the matter is in court already. He said, the case is at the State Criminal Investigation Department, Yaba, and the 3 suspects have been charged to court. The incident happened in April. So there it is right there. So completely different set of people. Completely different set of people. Adale Koko, what are you making of that? World Peace, I see you. So Adale Koko, are you ready to go, or do you want me to go to World Peace first?
Yeah, what's going on, one man?
I'm good. I hope you heard the last readout, which speaks to just a cultural chasm between the Southerners and the Northerners. This guy goes to a prostitute. He pays her 1,000 naira, steals her 5,000 naira. She raises alarm and chases him down. She goes with his friends to search her room. They discover that she had a copy of the Quran under her pillow, and that was what led to the taking of her life. The Malams again, Ajanle Koko.
Unfortunate. Only God knows when these people can stop this barbaric behavior and barbaric act. But I'm glad that they have been apprehended by the security. And I know that what the law is very clear on this. They committed murder, and they will be ready to be terminated according to the law. But this kind of behavior of these people should send a signal to us that government.
Ajanle Koko, we can't hear you, man.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, a little bit better.
Okay. I said this behavior should send a signal to us, particularly to the government, that this is the second time in Lagos State recently. The first one was the sound engineer that was killed and burned. So this is another lady killed and burned. Lagos State have to come out clearly to tell these people that whoever that commit this kind of crime, the government will not take it lightly with them. Because they are trying to make it a way of punishing people that does not agree with them, or somebody that they have a problem with some kind of way. They have problem with you, they killed you, and they set you ablaze. You know, this is barbaric, and we have to fight against this, and the government have to be very clear. They have to be strong. They have to come out strongly against this. And this, the trial will be good for government, you know, for the media to carry it so that people can see. They have to give it a speedy trial. Give it a speedy trial, condemn them, and then the day when they will be terminated, show it on the TV. How they will be terminated, either by anyway. Let people watch it. Let people watch it. So that will serve as deterrent to order. But when an action like this happens and they put them through trial and we don't know how it ended up, then people don't know what really happened. But Lagos State government have to come out strongly, get them, and they got them arrested now, give it a speedy trial. Any day that they are recommended for termination, show it to us on TV. Let us see it. Let us see it. If that moment when they'll be terminated will not be shown, but show us the moment that, you know, they are driving them, they are taking them into the room of to the terminal room.
To be injected.
Yes, to be injected, or whatever way they want to do, or by hanging, or by any way. Let us see it. The moment they're trying to pull this thing over their neck, let us see. And after that, don't show it to people. Just let us see. Let's show it. Let it go viral, so that Lagos State government can start showing signal that yes, they are in firm control and they will deal with criminal. This is what we're talking about when Lagos State banned this criminal driving Okada everywhere. Yes, all Okada rider, they are not criminal. But when you see, some of them commit crime, and they try to constitute criminality in the society. Governments must not allow it. So it's unfortunate that someone has been terminated, been killed. I mean, somebody has been set ablaze and terminated. Untimely, just like that. It's unfortunate, but government has a responsibility to protect everybody in Lagos.
It's just the way these people do it. They do it in the most cruel of manners. Like the DEBORAH, that they stoned her out of her life and then burnt her. This girl, they beat her up, they stabbed her, and then burnt her.
They had just no feeling for human beings.
They stole her money, and she raised an alarm, and that was sufficient enough. How dare you complain that I stole your money? And when I say they are savages, people say the language is too extreme.
It's not extreme. That's the way they are. A lot of them are not like that, but some of them that are like this, I think the government should stand up.
Shall we move away from being politically correct by saying a lot of them are not like that? Most of them are like that because this is what we have them most of the time. Are we just being politically correct by saying a lot of them are not like that?
Oh yeah, we have to
not like this. Yeah.
We have to respect those that are not like that. We have to respect those that are not like that. And I believe those northerners that have lived with us, particularly in Lagos and other parts of Nigeria, have been with us for a long time. They don't have this kind of deadly, badly act. They don't have it. They don't have it.
The way I remember the Fulanis or the Northerners, I'll say, are threefold. You remember those days of Meruwa, when they would go and fetch you water for 5 naira?
Yes.
So Meruwa,
yes.
And then Megad and Mesuya.
Yes.
This is how we know them. Just
yes.
a smiley, somewhat docile sort of a person. And now they've turned into monsters in front of us.
Yeah, I think it's just most of these new people that have infiltrated us, that came from different parts of West Africa, Nigeria. Those are real mentally deranged people with mental problems because they are coming from war zone. So their behavior is completely different from most northerners that were part of us. You understand what I'm saying? So these people, if they investigate these people well, you will know that they might be from some other part of West African country. Because look, in Lagos where I grew up, we have this, we don't even know the difference between them, whether Awusa or Fulani, we don't know that. We have some of these people that came to live with us as gate men, people, and they will bring some of their people, they live peacefully. When there is, at a particular season, when they want to go and do farming, they will leave. They will tell us, oh, they are going home to do farming and they will go. And when they're coming back, some of them will bring some gifts for us. We don't know where they are from, but we just know them, and through some of their people, they introduced them to us, and they became some of our gate men. They work because they do everything. They sleep. They bring some of their friends, and they live with us peacefully. And they are not. Those are real Nigerians. They are not violent. We know them when we want them to work for us, to dig wells. Oh, they do this job and they do it neatly and they are satisfied. Sometimes they we organize prayer, we pray together. I mean, they are good Nigerians. And very reliable. Sometimes we travel out for some days and they keep the house and they don't. Well, you can trust them. They will protect the house. They will not do anything bad. But where are these criminals coming from? Setting people ablaze. Lagos State government have responsibility. And just like I said, give that thing a speedy trial. When the time for termination, show it on TV to show that this is a zero tolerance for killing of people in Lagos State. Because Lagos State, as we know, the 5th or the 7th largest economy in Africa. If you cannot get the security of that state well, then a serious problem is ahead of that state. But Governor Sanwo-Olu should stand up to its responsibility and should not take.
Do you think the Nigerian Immigration Services they should be raiding the known spaces that these people are periodically to identify the ones that are not indigenous to Nigeria and effect their deportation?
Look, Nigerian immigration, custom at the borderline, they will take bribe and let anybody in. Our border is very porous. So we have a lot of problem in that country, woman. This is a country where people move in thousands without record from different parts of Western, particularly from the northern part, easily, because they are all Fulani. And, you are even seeing their governor saying that, oh, all Fulani can come to Nigeria. This Fulani are the same, so there's no boundary and all of this. And the guy is still a governor of a state and nothing happened to him. This is their mindset. This is the way they see their tribal men, Fulani from other parts, that they can just move in. And, they are not helping the situation at all. Nigeria doesn't have a patrol, border patrol team that are very effective. The border is porous, criminals moving in and every day. So we don't have records of people coming into the country. So it's all it's a big problem. But Lagos State can define itself as a different state among all states of the Federation because of the strategic position of Lagos State. Lagos State is the gateway to the world. Is the gateway to the world. And so it has a responsibility to take security very, very important. And, doing that, guarantee security of life and property will go a long way in helping Lagos State, economic prosperity. You can guarantee continuous economic prosperity for Lagos State. That's my position.
All right, brilliant. Let me take you from there to now politics. But before I do that, let me implore the people listening to please click on the like button. There were over 150 to 170 in and out. So please click on the like button to push the channel of the YouTube algorithm. And if you're not already subscribed, then please make sure you do that as well. So click on like and subscribe as we take Adanle Koko's opinion on this now next talking point. So it looks as though is win everything or lose everything, the gamble that Ahmed Lawan played, and it looks as though it is lose everything. That is the result that has come back to him. Yobe APC senatorial primary winner refuses to step down for Senate President Ahmed Lawan after he lost the presidential primary he contested in. So he couldn't straddle two tickets. So he put all his chips in the presidential space, which he lost out spectacularly on. I think everybody beat him. So now he doesn't have a senatorial ticket. he is certainly not the presidential candidate, and 2023 is fast approaching where this guy's political relevance is about to end. A lot of pressure on this guy to yield his ticket. Should he yield the ticket, or is that even legal? Ahmed Lawan, loser, Ajanle Koko.
You see, Yoruba will say that he pursues, he who pursues two rats at the same time will lose both. So that guy, I would say he should not step down. You see, Ahmed Lawan is a greedy politician, and we have seen his leadership as the Senate president as a failure. He turned the Senate that ought to be the backbone of democracy, Senate that ought to be representing and defending the interests of the people as a rubber stamp to the office of the president. He rubber stamp every bill, every request from the presidency without thorough questioning, and his approval to all requests for loan has turned that country into a highly indebted country that uses over 90%, maybe 92 or 93% of our income to service debt. So when you have leadership like this that are rubber stamp, yeah, you are coming from. So when you have leadership like this that are rubber stamp that cannot represent the people, I think it should be taken out of office. So the guy that have won the ticket should not step down, because he has deployed a lot of resources. He has committed a lot of time and resources into the senatorial project, and he worked hard for it, and he won it. Did you say the guy won the primary?
Yeah, the guy won the primaries.
Okay.
Ahmed Lawan wanted the presidential ticket. He did not get it. So now he has nowhere to be relevant in politics. So everybody is now pressuring this guy to yield that ticket back. Not to yield it back, but to yield it to Ahmed Lawan.
No, the guy should not yield it. He should stick to his position. He has won the primary. The primary he won is people's mandate. People gave him the mandate. He should not relinquish people's mandate to any pressure from any quarter. So
is that not even against the rules? Because INEC is meant to supervise all these primaries.
Yes.
And if that guy won the primary and Ahmed Lawan is not even in contention for that ticket, how will his name suddenly appear with INEC without INEC even querying? Is that even possible?
I don't know if it is possible. You know, this INEC electoral law, they might have some clauses in it that could still give room for that. If there's no clauses in it, I don't think they'll be putting pressure on that guy to relinquish it. So there might be some provision, rather, that give room for somebody surrendering his ticket for another. But that guy should remember one thing: he should not disappoint his people. He should stick to the mandate that people are giving him, and go and contest in general election. I mean, Lawal is not that popular back home. That is what that tells us. So he has lost it. If you go back home to mommy and go and see how he can live the rest of his life with his family, the little he has done, he should call it quits with politics And I want to tell you, he might move to another party because this politician, when they can't have their way in one party, they will move to another party. But that guy should not relinquish the people's mandate. He should stick to it and then go forward, to contest in the general election. That is the best thing the guy should do. He should not yield to the presidency. He should not yield to Bola Tinubu. He should not yield to nobody. He should stand firm. He should let them know the mandate, this ticket is people's mandate, and they will not surrender people's mandate. If anybody should ask him to surrender, he should put the same question. Can you surrender people's mandate to somebody from the sky, somebody that did not contest? It's a different thing that if he has contested and for one reason, for strategic reason or the other, but somebody that didn't buy the nomination form, somebody that did not contest in the primary, and he that contested, that spent time to campaign, deploy money for his campaign, and after all resources and time and money, now to surrender people's mandate. No, that is undemocratic. It should get it right. It should not surrender.
All right, brilliant. Well, thank you, Ajale Koko. So, Ajale Koko, for reasons of time, let me go to Joel of Nashville, who hopefully is with us. So, Joel, are you there?
Yes, okay, I'm here. I'm here.
All right, brilliant. All right, brilliant. Good to have you, Joel. So, Joel, let me take you to a completely different talking point, and let me take you to Finland, where a cross-dresser called Simon Ekpa resides. He insists that there will be no voting in the Southeast. So what are you then making of this Simon Ekpa telling his followers to go against the grain of the mood of the country? Simon Ekpa, is it time for him to shut up?
I think it's time for him to get arrested. I don't care if it's kidnapped. I don't care how we're going to get into Nigeria. He needs to be in Nigerian jail. That man has caused so many havoc in Nigeria in the Southeast, propelling few gangs, going about doing the kidnapping. Nnamdi Kanu has come out to say, I am not the one telling people to go do this. IPOB has come out emphatically and stated they are not part of this. And I know if he was part of it, I would know. My only grounds with Nnamdi Kanu was when this whole thing started. It started fine. The consciousness of the country was brought to bear. People started saying, "Oh wow, okay." If you say, for instance, that the Igbos were stupid for going to war, those things that were happening before the Civil War, have they stopped? We should ask ourselves the question, what were the reasons why we went to war? Are those things still with us today? They are living very, very much with us. You just talked about some people. I don't know the background to the story. I think someone got killed and all that.
Yes, there was a chap who went to a prostitute in Lagos, a northerner. He went to a prostitute in Lagos, and after activities, paid her 1,000 naira for her services, then proceeded to steal 5,000 naira from her. The prostitute raised an alarm, and then he then went and brought his friends to go and search the prostitute's room for that 5,000 naira. And then in the process of that searching, they found a Quran under her pillow, and they were enraged that her as a prostitute is having a Quran under her pillow, and that led to the demise of that woman, beaten and then stabbed and then burnt.
By who? By which group? Is it by the Hausa group or
who else who does that? You know them now.
In Lagos?
Now. In Lagos, they brought the SOKOTO thing to Lagos, But the lady in question is one of them too. She's from the north too, but that is not behavior where we come from.
Okay, so look, let me tell you. You know, we were talking about Buhari. One of Tinubu's undoing is that he's in APC.
Carry on.
There is no way to dilly-dally over this issue. Buhari had divided this nation. Country. People are bold to do crimes. Before, maybe you might hear this thing in pocket of places, but doing it in Lagos is boldness. I don't know if you agree with me.
No, it is that step too far, but they have been arrested.
It's a step too far. It does not align with the principles and the dictates of the ordinary Lagosians. I have stayed in Lagos since 1988. My mom moved to Lagos, I think 1989, from Kano State.
They let you in Lagos. Do you have visa? Do you have visa to be in Lagos?
No. I mean, we left Kano State, right?
Yeah.
We left Kano State.
Who let you into Lagos?
My mom left Kano, and moved to Lagos State in 1989 after the 87 riots, the Kano 87 riots. We left Kano because of the 87 riots. There was no reason we should have left Kano. Right? Then 89, we came to Lagos State. And we have been in Lagos State since then. So when you come to Lagos State, it's like United States. When you come to United States, you align.
Jerry, so that riot scared you guys to death. Are you right?
No, that was why we left. That was why we left, my brother.
Hey, nobody wants to stay in where there is a real.
Now what for you? Now what for you?
You're right.
Now what for you? You won't die.
No.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No. You don't understand it.
No, he's agreeing with you, Joel.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm commending
I'm agreeing with you
moving
too. I'm
away
agreeing
from
with you.
hostile region.
I'm agreeing with you too. I'm agreeing with you. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you won't die. Like, if you did there now, what you wanted there do? Do you understand what I'm saying? So this thing, see, anytime we have someone from the southern part of the country at the helms of affairs in Nigeria, there is a limit to all these killings. Anytime you have someone from the north at the helms of affairs, apart from the time of Yaradua, you see these shenanigans, but Buhari took it to the moon. For some reason, he does not talk. So these guys have been so emboldened. I was watching a video where people were trooping in from Niger Republic. And that's one reason why I could not support Peter, what is his name, this idiot from River State, Peter Rotimi Amechi. You have not built railway to satisfy us in Nigeria, but you are building one to Niger. That's to tell you the mentality. What is Buhari's plan? All these things we are seeing today is because of Buhari. And that is why I was talking about that it's going to hurt Tinubu in the long run. Unless for people like us that see Tinubu differently. I see Tinubu differently. I know who he is. I have been with Yoruba Muslims for over how many years? For one day. One day. We never had problem with religion, when their thing is happening. We go there and we eat the ram. We see where they put a pump inside the namayash, blow the thing. The thing will be like, hippopotamus with the inside water. We go and we enjoy with them. When it's Christmas, they come around. That is how it's meant to be. Human beings are not built for religion. Religion were built for human beings. So we have to tell religion how we are going to practice it. If it is too much for us, we say, we don't want again. That is why I keep saying, if Nigeria were to be Yoruba and Igbo, Before don't go far. Before don't go far.
If we get it right, we still can make something of it.
But no. This issue that you brought up right now, killing of this lady, it got me to my bone. But let me just go back to Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa has no reason. Simon Ekpa has no reason to dictate to anybody whether to vote or not. You guys all know him. You guys all know he did it with the governorship election in Abga, in Anambra. The other time that Soludo won.
How large? Hold on, Joel. How large do you think his followership is, Simon Ekpa? How large is
he? Has no follower. He has no much followers. These guys are criminal. This is what happened. If you remember, sometime last year when they had the Owerri jailbreak, that is where the problem started. Since we had that Owerri jailbreak, Southeast has not been the same. But they don't want to tell you that. Most of those criminals, over 1,000 of them escaped. See Nigeria now. Where is the data? Where is the bio? So most of them did not come back. So for such criminals, what do you think they would do? They will go into the bush, because those people that release them, they will be like, hey, if you go to the society, they're going to catch you. Why don't you come with us and give us some numbers? Then probably you might be free under amnesty. That is me thinking aloud. Since that time, my friend was kidnapped about 6 weeks ago. We paid about 7.5 million to get him out. He was in the bush with them. They told him, they were discussing. It is not like this unknown government or kidnappers. Most of them are not from the north. They are Igbos. But these are folks that got people from the prison and, with their little numbers, and they are causing this mayhem. Majority of IPOB does not believe in what is going on today. After all, majority of IPOB are staying home on Mondays. That is the real situation. That is what is going on.
All right, still on Simon Ekpa, do you think it's time for Nnamdi Kanu to publicly disavow him? Do you think
he has? He has. He
not. He has not.
No. He has condemned. He has condemned the activities.
Hold on. Nnamdi Kanu's family have tried to disavow Simon Ekpa, but Nnamdi Kanu speaks often via his lawyers, but he has never publicly disavowed Simon Ekpa. And Simon Ekpa continues to parade himself as Nnamdi Kanu's disciple. So he's riding Nnamdi Kanu's name.
No, if you remember, even before Nnamdi Kanu went to jail, there was a division in IPOB. The Simon Ekpa faction went on their own. Nnamdi Kanu has been inside. Soludo went to see him the other day. It also Soludo. I am not part of it. This is not IPOB.
How come it's still riding Nnamdi Kanu's name? Because it is Nnamdi Kanu's name that is Simon Ekpa's calling card to gather people around him.
Yes, what they are doing.
Do that name because Nnamdi Kanu has not distanced from him.
Do not be deceived, one man. Do not be deceived by that. This is what happened, right? When they go to engage in their criminal activities, they put it under Biafra struggle. That is what is going on. And we wonder about it. And we wonder about it then that, look, it is not a question of starting this Biafra struggle. There are some people will hide under it to cause mayhem. And that is what is happening. They are hiding under, we are looking for Biafra. Who, if you are looking for Biafra, will you kidnap your brother and demand for a ransom of 7.5? Look, let me tell you, I'm not lying to you. I think I will tell you, 70% of everyone in the East knows one person that has been kidnapped. It is rampant. Would you kidnap your own? Would you kill the economy of your place? Would you cut off your nose to spite the eye? Your own people. Have you thought about the long run? In the future, me, I'm even thinking about in the future, Kwano, we will go finish for this Biafra. So that is why I will keep telling when people talk about Igbo and Biafra, I say, look, let me tell you, even amongst the Yorubas, you have the people following Igbo. It doesn't mean that they represent the whole of the Yorubas. You are going to have all these miscreants amongst us. People cursing online and all that.
What do you think Simon Ekpa is after? Is it relevance or money or both?
Money. It's greed. Greed. Power. Where did you not have it? In Finland, where he is, they started from there now. They'll fish him out within 2 seconds. But he is in, and that is one thing I hate about those in the diasporans, in the diaspora. We keep on sending, we always send back the wrong signal to Nigeria. I don't know why. The only good thing we do for Nigeria is sending money. Every other thing, lifestyle, everything, we just carry it like that, go back. Feminism, we take it like that. Instead of domesticating it. There's nothing wrong with lifting an idea. But when you lift an idea, you domesticate it to your own reality. So this is part of the problem. And with Nigerians, you know us, our mentality. We always like to, for some reason, we like foreign stuff. I mean, it shows in our trade, even in our trading.
Look at that.
If an Igbo man talks, or Igbo just need to talk. That is right. I don't know if you listened to this man from Akwa Ibom the other day. He was talking about, he opened up a coconut factory in Akwa Ibom, the governor of Akwa Ibom. Opened up a coconut factory. He now said, I go back and listen to his speech. He said, when a black man see bed, he sees food. When a white man see bed, he sees plane. When a black man sees coconut, he sees food. When a white man sees coconut, he sees oil. These are the people that he wanted to come out for presidential under PDP.
All right.
The mentality of our people, everything foreign. If it's a white man, if you just need to leave Nigeria, you just go to Togo. If Nigeria, they go to Togo and they come back, then they have money. They'll be like, sure. You go Togo.
You know, some people, they've not even been outside of Moshe, but the American they speak is better
They claim me. That is the problem. So Samuel Ekpa, you can see the reason why Samuel Ekpa appealed to some people for the fact that he's in abroad. That is the thing. So that's why I said he should be arrested.
All right. Take this question that Alexander Gomez is super chatting at you, but at your discretion, you don't have to answer it.
Oh no. I'm not from Umahia. I'm not from Umahia, but I schooled in Abia State University, Uturu. But I'm not from Umahia. Yeah, I'm from Anambra State.
All right. Just to show you what that space that you are in is all about. We often say that it is toxic and aggressive. Whenever you go to that Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu sort of area, even a little bit of Peter Obi. So let me just give you some of the comments. As you've been talking, don't look at the comment section because they've been abusing you endlessly. So this one comes in, it says, you are one of the Efulefus for all I care about. So the next one comes in, this guy really don't know what he's talking about on Simon Ekpa space. Please say what you know and leave what you don't know alone. So it's just the usual stuff. I
do not pay attention. I do not pay attention to those. I do not pay attention to folks like that. Like I told you, we normally have the extremists amongst us. It is normal, and we just have to accommodate them. You know, they are misled. They are crazy. But in due course, if we live in a society there's rule of law, people like those should, whenever they act. I mean, You are free to say whatever you want to say. But when you act it out, we get you arrested. So I don't care about. I don't give them time. Let's talk about things that will advance us. These people are they are minions. Leave them alone.
Yes.
Let's talk about something that will advance us.
I agree with you, Joel. I only highlighted it because it speaks to what we were talking about yesterday. That anytime you go to this area, you cannot have a civil discourse there because of those sort of people.
We are used to it.
There are about 10 of them, 20. It's just the same.
One man. You guys are not even feeling the heat. We, the Igbos, are the ones feeling the heat because we are close to them. We say these things all the time, but people don't see it. We get the heat, and I'm okay getting the heat. The heat is sometimes good. I live in cold weather. Heat is good sometimes, but whatever thing that is wrong is wrong. You cannot kill your own people, saying that you are trying to achieve what? Achieve what? What are you achieving? You want to stay at home on Monday to do what? You are protesting who? You're protesting who? Nnamdi Kanu, by the grace of God, we get out at the appointed time. That is the life of an activist. Mandela was there for 27 years. Tinubu, all these people you're talking about, they went on exile. What are we talking about? Nnamdi Kanu is not going through anything unusual. The way he was gotten into the country was illegal, but hey, he is there, he's not dead. Omar Diko had that treatment before. So if we want to go back, we've been doing this thing. What I'm just saying is that Nnamdi Kanu, when he started, like I said, he started right. Then he took a nosedive. When the praise worship started, he got into his head. He started saying shit. But thank God today, he's still alive. I believe that he must have counted his eggs. He must have seen people that are for him, people that are not for him. Let him come out. That I'm just praying the next government should come in, release him, we talk. And we just advance the country forward. But if it is Simon Ekpa, so if we have Biafra today, Simon Ekpa is going to be what? This one, if you say Simon Ekpa, what is this? Which policy is this? He's going to cut off your head. Come on now, please.
One man.
I beg.
Yes. Thank you, Joel. Just for reasons of time, let me move on to another contributor. But as a parting shot, hold on. As a parting shot, let me give you another comment from the comment section, just to highlight that this area is so toxic. I recoil from going there. I recoil from going to the east as a talking point, but necessarily you must go to the east because they are an important leading member of the Nigerian society, and they are too much of an entity for you not to go there. But here is another. I could have just read it. There are 10 of them, 50 of them. It says, "You idiot! Can you prove you are a hungry man? You." How the English even is another thing. Idiot.
That should tell you. Like most of these people you see, they own no businesses. They are riffraff in the street. So these are people, and you see, it speaks to Nigeria as a whole, because this is what happened, right? In Nigeria today, I'll be fast with this, right? In Nigeria today, we have the churches so filled up. Do you know why? Because what we are praying for are things that we can do for ourselves. So if you come to abroad, you go to churches here, you're not seeing nobody. You're not seeing nobody. Why? Because most of those things we pray for has been provided by government or individuals. Now, in Nigeria, the problem we have in Nigeria, there's so much poverty that people now, believe in miracles or believe in extremism as a way of, showing their disgust. So when you have a society that is not coordinated, riffraffs like this will emanate, they will rise up. Because you just need one person to just say, hey, come here, I think these people are doing you bad. And they will follow them like sheep. So Nigeria has to be good. If these people are properly engaged, they won't be thinking about causing people online. First and foremost, you start, you have like self-worth. These people don't have self-worth. So why should I engage them? We only pray for them and hopefully pray for the leaders that we get better leaders. If we have better leaders, they will get properly engaged and they will leave all these things they are doing.
All right, brilliant. Well put. So thank you.
One man, there's no way I can make just a small
yeah, no, you will in a moment. But I wanted to move from because we are an hour in and there's so many people still on the screen. So I'll take your insertion in CBD, then I'll go on to world peace. So insert whatever you wanted to insert in CBD.
Yeah. I'm also an Igbo man, obviously, you know that. But what I'm going to say is this. I agree to some extent with what Brother Joel has said. But when we are talking about this, what is it called, these agitations and the struggle for freedom and all that, we should also be looking at other parts of the world and other people and how they got to where they are. Like, for example, South Sudan, the people that are still struggling, maybe what my point is this. Every single space where there's that issue, we keep on saying that you're attacking your own people, you're doing your own deal. But in every single part of the world where people are agitating for self-determination or whatever, most of the people that pay the heavy price is usually the same people that they're trying to liberate. So I'm not saying that there's no better way to do it, but I'm saying that let us not look at it as something out of the ordinary. Because at some point, there's always a pushback. There's always the main problem is between the rich and the poor. So you find out that in every community, even in the same Igbo land, you will find out that some of the rich and the poor will still have issues among themselves. So we are looking at it in a way of saying that we should not just look at it from that blanket state where, let's not just look at it in that general angle and say that, oh, you want freedom and your people are. No, it's how it is. Because there are always people that will stand against whatever you're doing, even starting from your own family. So sometimes I don't support or I don't agree using deadly force to prove a point. I've never advocated for that. I don't support that. But there will always be pushbacks for anything that you're looking for as regards to agitation and freedom from your immediate community. You understand? So it's nothing spectacular or something.
Could I also talk to Joe before he leaves?
No, because you're going to rouse.
No.
You want to rile him. Don't rile him.
I'm not going to rile him. I wanted to have a dialogue with Joe, just a little bit. Joe.
No, because
no problem. I'm good. And one man, look, I am not. I'm good. He can bring up the question. No problem.
No, it's not that I'm trying to protect you. It's just the pressure of time and the people on the streets. Because I have to go do something after the session. But I will allow you to put your question, of course, Pansat. But let me acknowledge the super chats that have been coming in first. And not surprisingly, in your direction, Joel. And this first one is from Uche Chris Mugg. It says, it will be so interesting for us to say what we know and leave what we don't know. Brother, with due respect, it will be nice for us to be sure of anything before we speak. I mean, no insult. So I did tell you that Simon Ekpa has a huge following, and I'm on the social media space, so I know the weight and the potency of his following. They are very huge and they are very strong and they are all over social media. It will be so interesting for us to say what we know and leave what we don't know. Brother, with due respect, it will be nice for us to be sure of anything before we speak. I mean, no insult. So there he is. And there's the other one to you as well. This one, the total opposite. And of course, from Alexander Gomez, who always speaks in a civil tone. Dual for president. I love to hear the tribalized Igbo man. So that is Alexander Gomez with a pat on the back for you via super chat. Dual for president. I'd love to hear this tribalized Igbo man. So before you respond to that,
thank you, Alexander.
Take Pansat's just a question and then an answer, and then I'll go on. So put the question just briefly up Pansat. Answer it just as succinctly as you can, and then we move on. So Pansat, you wanted to ask.
All right, thank you very much, and hello to everybody. I would preface my remarks before I ask my question to Joel. Joel, I've seen you a lot on this show talking. It's important that we know, somebody has to know where they are. Okay, that's very, very important. You have to know where you are. When you're on a platform like this and you don't have all the solutions, and nobody should be expecting you to have all the answers on everything. There are a lot of things you don't know. Now, you're a smart man and you've tried. We are facing the politics of today. One man posted a video earlier today that shows a Fulani author that claims to own Nigeria and enumerated everything that's going on in Nigeria. What we want are not saints right now. We want everybody. Some of our people are going to be bad. Some of them are going to be saints, like Peter Obi. Fine. I don't subscribe to his politics, but he's a straight up person. Simon Ekpa is doing his thing. I don't know what he's guilty of. I have my own assumptions. For example, the Ebonyi is not a pure Igbo state. They are using, the Fulani are using their governor, just like this Simon Ekpa. I don't believe that he's a true Igbo person.
Sorry, Pansat, are you putting a position to?
The position I'm putting to him is that if you look at the way Umahi is insulting the Igbos, and they're using him every time, because the relationship of the tribes, the Igbo to the Yoruba. Hold on. The relationship.
Just
what do you like doing that to me all the time?
I told you we're under pressure of time. You have 5 minutes in, and you have not even. Hold on. I'm shutting the session down in half an hour. There are about 4 or 5 people that have not spoken. You wanted to have a quick insertion, and you are going on this sermonizing.
No, I wanted to preface the remarks because.
All right, thank you. No, I must move on. Let me go on to. Sorry, Joe, but I try. You know. Let me go on to World Peace. World Peace to you. Are you there, World Peace?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Let me take you to the space. Atiku naming his running mate somewhat now categorical, but not officially confirmed. It looks as though he's going for Ifeanyi Okowa. So what are you making of that? And then juxtapose that with Kashim Shettima, who is emerging as Tinubu's running mate. So the running mates are both in situation more or less now, but what do you think they bring to the campaigns of the individual candidates? World Peace.
Yeah, thank you, Waman. Quickly before I answer your question, remember yesterday I told you if Joan Nyasvi speaks for a lot of group or people in Nigeria, I think he will converse a lot of people, and a lot of people will join his movement. And Aleza Gomez just proved what I said. Okay, anyway, let me go to your question, Waman.
Go to your question there.
Is
your running mate? We already know who your running mate is, but now we know that Atiku and Tinubu's running mate.
You must always look for one thing to say. Go to your question, whatever it is.
You don't know more than yourself.
If one of you was a babe now, we will say you should go and get married.
Relax. If you in the show yesterday, you will see what I said. I'm repeating what I said yesterday.
I've been in the show long enough.
You didn't see if you're not there yesterday, so why are you not shutting me up? Anyway,
all right.
Atiku is going for Okowa. I don't know. I think that would be a minus for him. I don't know if he's going for Kwakwa of the war chest. I don't know. But I don't see any vote that Okowa will pull from Delta. Yes, Delta is controlled by PDP. But Okowa is not that popular in South to give him vote that he's looking for. I don't think people even know Okowa in Lagos. And Igbos will not vote for Okowa in the East because they're looking less Igbo, not even Igbo. So let's just not bend it. So I don't know his game plan. I pray or probably he know more than I can see. But for me, I'm not seeing that as a good move at all.
Well, why are they going for it? Because they cannot afford to carry a passenger in an election that is so tight. Nobody can afford a passenger.
Yeah, true. That's why I said maybe because of the watchers. Okowa is Okowa, Wike, and few others that really have that money, Tinubu that really have that money, the governors that really have money, and the operators that really have money in that Nigeria space right now. So, but I don't know why, as you said, it's so tight, and I don't know why they are bringing Okowa, but I don't really see him fit into that space to give Atiku the win that he's looking for. To me, I will feel that this former Imo State governor, the top hood, wasn't it? Ijejoha.
Yeah, I would have gone for him as well. You know, Ehidioha, Emeka Ehidioha. Yeah,
Ehidioha. If Atiku have gone for Ehidioha, he will be sure of Eastern vote. So I don't know why he's shying away from the Eastern vote people right now. I don't really know, but let's see how it plays out.
Is that the Peter Obi factor? Do you think Peter Obi comes into play with that decision that he's somewhat surrendering the Southeast to Peter Obi, but wanting to grab the South?
I don't. Yeah, for the way you are saying it right now, it could be true, but I don't see it like that. I don't think Atiku is scared of Peter Obi. Probably Atiku and Peter Obi have something they are playing at, because anybody like Atiku will not be scared of Peter Obi because of Peter Obi is having an online movement, and he will surrender is to him, because right now they need all the vote they can get, they can lay their hand on. So he making this move right now is like clever by half. The way I'm seeing it, or probably I'm not really seeing a full picture, you know. But anyway, that's Atiku. That is, I'm not really buying into PDP to come back. But let's go to Bola Tinubu. He's taking Shettima.
Yeah.
Shettima is not the Yerima guy that.
No, not the one that likes Egyptian girls. No,
Egyptian girl. That one would have scared me the more.
Yes.
That one already saying that if he is president, he will turn Nigeria fully to full Sharia or whatever. Yeah, but Tinubu going for Shettima, that is Muslim ticket. How is he going to chest it, downplay it? That I don't know. But anything can happen in Nigeria, like they say.
But because we saw a lot of Shettima in the build-up to the primaries, and he comes across as an articulate, erudite, very much a moderate, civilized sort of a Fulani sort of a person. So not at all the in the forest, kumbaya, throw the holy book at them, and that, you know, is not of the savage talk, I don't think.
Yeah. For Tinubu, it's just a suggestion. Yeah, he has not picked him yet, right? It's just close.
It's almost certain, because all the speculations are that he will.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, and among the list of people, Ganjude has his own bag that he's coming with. Yerima has his own bag, and some few others don't really have weight like that. El-Rufai is just a lightweight. El-Rufai is not a Kaaba within the Kaaba. So he will need somebody that is really inside the Northern Kaaba space that can put the Northern vote. So probably I don't really know much about Shettima. I know him. I don't really know much about his political stance in the North. But if Tinubu is going for him,
is the former governor of Borno State, just the predecessor of Governor Zulum. And when
I know he's a governor. What I mean, I don't know his political structure really high. His roots, political roots, how he's really positioned in North. I don't know if he's that strong, like Kwankwaso, Tambawa.
All right. Are you in front of a screen?
Yeah.
Watch this. This will give you a little bit of a feel of what this guy is about.
The ANP, in that sense. Well, my own position is very simple. APC was formed by a merger of so many interests. The ACN, the ANPP, the CPC, the ABGA, and of course the new NPN. And in a multi-ethnic, multi-religious polity like ours, we have to be sensitive and conscious of the diversity of the nation. Ahmed Lawan is my kinsman. He's my brother. And he holds me in the highest esteem. And I played a very prominent role in his emergence as the president of the Senate against my own kinsman, Mohamed Alindume. But leadership goes beyond sentiments. He has spent 20 years in the Senate, in the legislature. He has a PhD in geography. He had spent a stint in the academia before joining the political industry. Does he have the administrative skill set to rule a complex nation like Nigeria? This is $1 million question, and most importantly, sir,
can he also stand shoulder to shoulder with Atiku Abubakar?
He can't.
You think so?
That's the fact. You know, he's a peer amongst equals. Let's not delude ourselves. He became a senator with 144,000 votes. I became a senator with votes 2.5 times that he garnered in Yobe. No. Go to Ohiapia or Izochukwu and ask for Ahmed Lawan. The first name that will come to their mind is that of the tomato dealer who's bringing tomato.
So there he is. It comes across somewhat as a moderate, nationalistic, certainly articulate man. So it doesn't. You can't really know anybody's mind, but it doesn't come across as an extremist.
Yeah, from the way he was talking, how he spoke, he sound very sound and articulate, and not really that tribal Fulani set of people, you know. But like you said, we can never really know until he get to that position. So if Tinubu goes for him or is going for him, probably people have seen something very shiny in him that completes him. You understand that every man marries a wife that completes him. So for Tinubu to go for him is somebody that will really complete his administration, and I hope all the best for them. You know, that's how I see it.
Can I interject 1 minute?
Yeah, sure.
Come in, Ajahn Lekoko, yeah.
Yeah, one thing that this man has, which might be one of the reasons why Tinubu is picking him, is his loyalty to whoever that he is serving with. You know, this man distinguished himself among all governors in the history of this, this Fourth Republic. He was a governor. This present guy that is serving now as the governor, this popular, what's the name?
Zulum.
Zulum, yes.
Yeah.
Zulum served under him as commissioner. And then he handed over to Zulum when he was leaving. Do you know that this guy, since he left office, never show any arrogancy or any form of arrogance, pose any arrogance to Zulum? He calls Zulum man. Somebody
you're breaking off, Ajahn
got
Lekoko.
that power. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Better.
Can you hear me,
Yeah.
woman? Can you
Yes,
hear me?
carry on.
So
Yes.
this Zulum served under him as a commissioner, and he handed over to Zulum when he was leaving. Since
No, you're broken off again. I got Ajahn Lekoko.
far
But
to
let's hear.
Zulum as his leader, he always called him my leader. I never seen any governor that called somebody that he handed over that served under him is leader. But this guy, he always refers to him as a leader. And when Tinubu visited Borno State recently, when he was canvassing for delegate, Zulum told Tinubu that the only thing that he wants from him and the people of Borno want from him is to consider his leader, who is this Shettima, for the position of vice president. Zulum never offered himself for that position. He never just stood for that position, but he pressured Tinubu to consider this guy. So you see, this guy, maybe for his high level of loyalty to the authority or to power that be, that could be one of those things that Tinubu have seen in him and say, hey, I need somebody that can be 100% loyal, somebody I can trust. And this guy demonstrated it, handed over to his commissioner as governor, and he submit and submissive to the authority of that guy up to today. He referred to him as his leader, So just to chip in that point, one man.
And it comes across as a likable sort of a person. Like I said, I don't know that much about him, but the little I do know, I don't find him objectionable. About Engineer Joseph, you wanted to insert as well before we go back to World Peace. Engineer Joseph, you wanted to say. Engineer, okay, back to you, World Peace.
One man, before I move on, I want to quickly ask you one question. Isn't that this election, we need 25% vote across 25 states of Nigeria to win the presidency? True, right?
Yeah, 2/3, yes.
Okay, now, for example, Tinubu have 100 million vote in Lagos and win Lagos totally. Does that make him a president of Nigeria?
Sorry, repeat that.
If Tinubu now get, for example, he get 100 million votes, but that 100 million vote comes from Lagos, and he wins Lagos.
No, the rules are clear. You have to get 25% in 2/3 of the federation, plus the majority vote.
Okay, so that 100 million vote Tinubu got in Lagos and one in Lagos and lost the rest is not. Is worthless.
Well, it's not fulfilled the requirement. No.
Okay, yeah. I just said it so the people in the commission to understand and be enlightened about 100 million vote they think they have for Peter that is coming up, and they don't have structure in other states. You cannot win other states 25%. You cannot win 20 states 25%. Your 100 million vote is not count. Quickly to Oga Jalekoko before you move to the next person. One month, sorry. Oga Jalekoko, American politics, you vote for the electoral college rather the popular vote, right?
I can't hear your question. What do you say?
In American election, you vote for the electoral college.
Yes.
It's not the popular. So even though you want the popular vote, you lose the electoral college. You cannot be the president. Right?
Yes.
So same thing with the 25% votes. So people permitted for there'll be 100 million votes. If they're not thinking how to win 25%,
no, majority matter. If you have 25% vote in 2/3 and you don't have majority vote in Nigeria, you cannot win. You can't be declared as president.
You must win 25 states, 25%, at least 25 states.
All right.
Yes.
Round up that space.
Yes.
Well, please.
Yeah, okay. Now I'm clear what I've been thinking in my head. Thank you so much. Anyway, to that Tinubu space, that Muslim this thing, I'm not buying it, but that is his choice, and he feel he can run with it, he can push it, because this election will be very, very tribal. I wish all of them well. The Peter Obi, I wish him very well. I wish Tinubu well. I wish Atiku well. Everybody go and get your PVC and let's vote all these old cargoes out. But that Shettima for Tinubu maybe is a good pick for him. So let's see how it goes. That's my mama.
Please, sorry, I will just make mine just very short.
Yeah, go on.
This choice by Tinubu is dead on arrival.
No,
look,
it is.
Let me tell you. Look, let me tell you. We are not yet there as a nation. We got there sometime in 1993. But after 1993, a lot of things had happened. Now, with what is happening, I told you yesterday about Okowa, and with all these killings going on, and with the emboldenment of all these people from the north, especially those ones that came in from Niger, Tinubu, I think it's the political suicide, because already the clamor has been there on the news that they should make sure that they get a Christian VP. I mean, if you are a Muslim, get a Christian VP, or if you're a Christian person, get a Muslim VP. We have to still maintain that fairness and justice. I am telling you, this particular move that he made has taken away at least 4 million to 5 million votes from Tinubu.
Well, I'm not sure.
That's my 1 minute.
No, that's your opinion though, because everything you are saying, I'm sure that would have been put into the number cruncher before they arrived at the decision.
No. Sometimes.
Hold on. I don't think you're saying anything that they do not know. Are you saying something that you think they don't know?
I'm saying something that they do not know. It's a
They don't know.
misjudgment.
All
It's a
right.
misjudgment. It's a miscalculation.
These
And I am telling you,
Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge people. The team.
no. The same Harvard and Oxford still had was the one that built a toll gate on Lakey and so we all know. Forget the Harvard thing. We are talking about good leaders.
No.
Forget
What I'm
that
telling you is that what you are saying is all it would have been in their permutations. They know the religious divide. They hear the push from the Christian space. They see all the things that are being put out by the Christian Association of Nigeria. They are taking all of these soundings in the number cruncher to arrive at what they are arriving at.
Look, let me tell you something. P2B, let me tell you something. Today is what? If Tinubu picks Shettima, and Atiku, I don't want to talk about Atiku because I know that P2B leaving was a big blow to him. Ordinarily, whether P2B did well or not, he would have picked him. But the absence of P2B, really shortchanged him. So I don't know where he's going to go. If he goes for Okowa, Okowa is not a moral man. Okowa is not going to pull him the votes. What I'm just trying to tell you today is what's today's date, the 14th?
Yeah.
If Tinubu should pick Shettima, and Atiku picks Okowa, remember what I said, these two people, Shettima and Okowa. Look, we have a new president in making, P2B. Trust me.
All right, thank you. Let's hear Engineer Joseph's interjection. Then we go on to Insigbide to speak on Simon Ekpa. So let's do that. So Engineer Joseph, you wanted to make a comment, yeah. Okay, we can't hear you.
Yes, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Go on, yeah.
I said, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can now.
Yes. So as things stand now, Peter Obi has an upper hand. Clearly has an upper hand. Because one, let me start with Peter Obi. Peter Obi is working to get a running mate in the persons of Ida Kwankwaso, Ibrahim Shakarau, Professor Atahiru.
You've broken up.
So ordinarily, either Kwankwaso or Shakarau, as former senators, former ministers, former governors, with their political structures on ground, there would have been more preferred candidates to run with Peter Obi. But if both of them refuse to run with Peter Obi, he will just settle for Professor Atahiru. And if he should do that, what Peter Obi needs to balance his ticket is to get an influential Muslim from the Northwest. The most votes in this country, geopolitical, if you look at the 6 geopolitical zones, the most votes are from the Northwest geopolitical zone. Atiku is from the Northeast. The running mate of Tinubu in the person of Shettima is from alleged running mate is stem Northeast. So already there will be a lot of division of votes. Atiku, Tinubu. Then in the Northwest, if Kwankwaso agrees, it will be perfect. That means Peter Obi can start just preparing his victory speech already. But even if it doesn't spoil anything for Peter Obi, because if he decides to run, Kwankwaso decides to run to the end, it's just for Peter Obi to settle for Shakarao or Atahiru. Because if Kwankwaso runs to the end, he will still divide a number of northern votes, and then either with Peter Obi's influence will still get some votes from the northern region. The southeast, south, Peter Obi will cannibalize those two geopolitical zones. And even in the west where Tinubu is from, southwest, you have a good population of the Igbos that are there, 1. 2, with this Muslim ticket, not that Shettima ordinarily is a good candidate in terms of is a professional, is knowledgeable, is moderate, is not a fanatic. But considering what Buhari has done to this country in terms of the division that we've experienced in the last 7 years, you can see that almost all the security agencies are headed by Fulani Muslims. So almost anybody, even if you go to the north today, I can bet you that if you take concern, like a lot of people from the south, they make this mistake that Northerners want to hold on to power 2023. That's fallacy. If you go and take a referendum right now in the 19 northern states and ask them whether power should move to the south, clearly, overwhelmingly, they want the power to go to the south. A lot of people from the south, they have this misunderstanding that Northerners are fanatical and all that. The number of those that are fanatical and all that, they are minorities. Some people here, maybe people being loud, doesn't mean that. If you go, you see that a lot of them, and the issue is that if you go to the north, there are a whole lot of Christians, minority Christians, that are many there that will definitely vote against, with all what Boko Haram terrorist sufferings that they are going through, they will vote against Tinubu, the Muslim ticket. Even if you are not looking at the competence, just on sentiment basis alone, they will vote against it. I can bet you there are some Fulani Muslims that will vote against that ticket. They are not in support of it. Already, if you go to the papers, you see some northern groups, Muslim groups, already advising against that already. So if you assume that all the Muslims in the north will vote for that candidate, is just fallacy. And another thing that will work against Tinubu is that if you go to the west, most of the Yoruba Christians in southwest, they won't vote because of that Muslim. If you have those that even ordinarily would have voted for Tinubu because he's their brother, not less than 50% will vote against him because of the Muslim ticket. When the campaign starts, you will understand, you will see that before December, it will be clear to all of us that Tinubu and Atiku, they have lost already. And before then...
Hold on. You're saying a lot of things. Yeah, go on.
Okay,
you're saying a lot of things. You're making a lot of assumptions and presumptions.
Before December.
Yes. Okay, go on, land
yes,
your point.
Sorry. Before December, or even like as soon as you definitely before December, you will see it. A number of APC politicians and PDP politicians will move into this Peter Obi movement, Labour, the third force.
We will see it with our eyes.
Hold on. Settle down. You are making a lot of assumptions and pre-assumptions, Engineer Joseph. So you are suggesting that Atahiru Jiga, Shekarau, or Kwakwanso even would write this Peter Obi ticket. But there's a good chance that they will not, and I'm almost certain that Peter Obi is going to end up with somebody in the quality and bracket of Nuhu Ribadu, because those people are too senior to subordinate themselves to Peter Obi. They are too senior to subordinate themselves to Peter Obi. So he's not getting anybody of that level. He's going to get in the level of Ribadu. So that's one thing, and we'll see that by Friday. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you are making another assumption and presumption that Yoruba Christians, you say as half of them, they will go first for their Yoruba person over and above religion. That is what they will do. So you are making a lot of assumptions in your in your political calculations.
One man, you see the Ribadu you mentioned, is a member of APC and is following Tinubu around.
I don't even mean Ribadu himself, but somebody
that's okay. Somebody of his character.
Yeah, somebody of his level, but not at the level of. Can you imagine Kwakwanso being the bad boy for Peter Obi? It's not possible.
That's funny, man.
Engineer Jama.
I'm sorry. This argument will make this thing extend too much. Let's allow the man have his. Let's allow him have his opinion, and nobody has stopped everybody.
Did anybody stop him? You are allowed to disagree.
Everybody has been speaking here against people. We were quiet. We were quiet. So why can't someone else have another different?
Nobody has spoken about Peter Obi today. Hold on. Can everybody hold on, please? Back to Engineer Joseph.
Let me just round up.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. You know, the focus right now is to salvage the country. They want to cripple both APC and PDP. If you look at Konkoso, who is Konkoso? Konkoso belongs to the political family of Obasanjo. If you know the history of Konkoso, and Konkoso, Obasanjo is solidly behind Peter Obi presidency. Do you understand? So as we speak, there are a lot of talk going on. But the good thing is
where did Obasanjo mention Peter Obi? Where did Obasanjo mention his support for Peter? I mean, why are you just talking like this, man?
I'm not an outsider, my brother. I know what I'm saying. In a few days' time, you will hear the news.
Obasanjo doesn't hide his position. When Obasanjo, whatever he believes in, he say it loudly and clear.
One more,
So
please,
don't
let me
be
ask
telling us Obasanjo is behind him, Obasanjo is this. No.
I'm not blind. In a few days' time, you will hear the news. It's as simple as that. It's Friday, there are some meeting names. So just in a few days' time, next tomorrow, you will hear the news. So it's as simple as that.
No, we will, but make sure you come back. Make sure you come back, though. Don't run away. Yeah, I know where you live. If you run away, I'll come and knock on your door.
Run away. That's my name. That's why you see my name. I'm not hiding anything.
All right. Imagine
Thank you very much.
Kwakwanso being an errand boy to Peter Obi. How did you arrive at that?
Is you being a bad boy? You don't know the agreement. You don't know the agreement they are having. So let's just watch and see. It's you this.
Saying yes, sir, to Peter Obi. Kwakwanso.
It's about interest. It's about interest. Permanent interest. It's about interest.
One more, please. Let me ask one question, please, before you move on.
I want to move on to. Sorry. Land, and then I'll hear from CBD. Yeah. Sorry, what, please. Yeah. Sorry, Land Engineer Joseph. Your reception is very. All right. Let's go on to CBD. I think Engineer Joseph may have faded out. So in CBD, let me take you then to the Simon Ekpa space, who is now a stick in the mud of the Peter Obi train. So he wants no voting in the Southeast. So it's the confusion really that is coming from that area. I think we always end up there. So the one split of the Southeast says they don't want anything to do with the Nigerian state. The other split of the Southeast wants to be the rulers of Nigeria. So just pick one, then we know which one we're backing. So are you Simon Ekpa or Peter Obi in CBD?
Well, at the end of the day, it's the people on ground that determines the movement, because all these things that some people are saying from millions of miles, the thing is that it's the people on ground. This is not the first time we've heard all that. This is what they've been saying from the beginning. I said it clearly here the other day, that when someone was trying to create some tribal narrative that the Igbos now don't want Biafra anymore, that they want Peter Obi. I'm saying the people who are agitating seriously for that still do not want election of Peter Obi as the president. So, but the people, the movement on ground is the main thing, and that will determine what will happen. So when that time comes, with the tempo of everybody on ground, forget all this, how much we think we know from where we are. When you go to the east and see the movement, that will determine what will happen. And as it is right now, including in various parts of or should I say, in most areas of the east right now, Peter Obi is definitely trending, and people are going out. We are seeing churches even in the east. People are stopping people from entering. So that is the movement. The movement will, the people on ground will determine. That's just what I would tell. That's just what I would say about that. The people on ground, not the people from. No matter what we say, it's the people on ground that will determine how it will go.
And
So
CBD, what are you making of the mixed messaging coming from Simon Ekpa? On the one hand, is threatening that there will be no elections in the southeast, and then on the other hand, is encouraging people to go and get their PVC. So, which is it?
no, definitely he cannot. That is being. It's not mixed message. I think it's just being sensitive. Somewhat sensitive, because the way nobody in his right mind will want to be, an enemy of what people to
Well,
exercise.
if his position is that there will be no elections, then why would people be collecting the PVC? To what purpose? Why is
Yeah,
he
they should
telling them to
collect.
go and collect
Yeah,
for an
they should
election that
collect.
is not going to take place?
He doesn't. He himself knows. He's only, even if he's saying that there will be no election, he's more like trying to. He's preaching his own message. He's preaching message. It's not like he's making some declaration as the premier of the
Is it?
Eastern
You
region.
mean is talking nonsense? Is it talking
No, no,
nonsense?
no. I'm saying everybody has followership. Even
All right.
celebrities have fans that they give
Nsibidi,
instruction.
Nsibidi, let me
Everybody.
help you. Let me help you a little bit. Let me help you a little bit. In 2015,
So sorry, Nsebede. Apologies, Joel, but I want Nsebede to finish and then I'll round off. But sorry, it's just a short session. Sorry, Joel, but yeah, carry on,
Okay.
Nsebede.
Yeah, let me just quickly. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's what I would say about that. You know that anybody can say anything, and most of the things he's doing is more like what most other people do in different ways. Celebrities come out every time and give instruction to their fans. People have movements, but at the end of the day, there's no legality that can make you enforce anything from wherever. So at the end of the day, that it will still come back to what I said. The people on ground will determine how it will go. I could say more, but I want to leave it at that. Then I wanted to very quickly touch on this thing of someone said the Okowa. I feel like what Atiku did there is more like um, trying to be, trying to play safe. Because if you look at it, if you get the whole of Delta State or large parts of the South, it will also help him a lot. And there are some Igbos, not many, but there are some Igbos that will also see Ifeanyi Okowa as one of their own and maybe vote for him. Maybe that was it. That's his calculation, maybe, for going for someone like Okowa. Then
Do you not think that he's
he would have gone
surrendering?
for Wike.
Sorry, I was going to say, do you not think that he's surrendering the southeast to Peter Obi by that act?
No, that's why I'm saying that he believes somehow there might be there's a way he's seeing it that Okowa can. Don't forget that Okowa has always aligned himself and, with the Igbos and all that. You get so Okowa is not someone like Wike that is, trying to separate himself for political reasons, and all of a sudden is jumping around with red cap and the Ofo. But you see, I feel like maybe that's the idea of going for someone like Okowa, because he knows that in generality, most Igbos do not see. They will even go for someone like Amechi, only that is from another party, than Wike, because Wike cannot undo all that he did. The impression he created, just he cannot undo it overnight, because he has created that impression that he is not on the same terms with a lot of the Igbos. So, and it will be very hard to just convince people otherwise immediately, you get. So that's what I feel he did there. And just finally, this thing of Tinubu, and someone was saying that even if he gets, because at the end of the day, I feel like he will not be able to win if he goes for a Muslim ticket. Because if you look at it this way, very simple, he cannot defeat Atiku in the north. He can defeat. He can make an in-way or whatever and get some votes, but he cannot defeat Atiku in the north. And once his running mate is Muslim, the south most let me say like 70 or 80% of Southerners will not vote for him because it's serious. People know the danger in that. If maybe in 1990 it would have happened, but right now, with all these tensions and with all these conspiracy theories that people are even seeing manifesting, I think it will not. He won't win. I think he won't win. Even if he gets some votes in the southwest, or most of the votes in the southwest, as long as he's not going to beat Atiku in the north, and most other parts of the south and middle belt will not vote for him. So I think he should rethink his strategy.
All right, brilliant. Well put. So thank you, Insibidi. And thank you, gentlemen. So apologies. I know that I rushed you guys a lot through and I didn't give you the space to fully express yourself. But it's just the pressure of time and I have to do something just shortly after the session. So apologies for that. But in the evening session, of course, more time to be a bit more expansive on your thoughts. So thank you one and all. And to the people watching, we're still looking for the both the like button and the subscribe button to go up significantly. So if you have no reason not to click on like, then you have every reason to click on like. So click on the like button to support the platform to grow even bigger and reach even wider. And click on the subscribe button as well if you have not already done that. Haven't done that, then come meet me in the comment section where the conversation never stops. So I'll leave you here. Carry the conversation on within the comment section, but here I say peace. Thank you, everyone.